Hello everyone and welcome back to UE5 BP Guru. Today we're going to be trying our hardest to finish off the attacking code. It's very chunky, I did say this, and yeah, I knew it was going to take a while, but hopefully today or tomorrow's episode will finish this off. So let's head back into our battle proxy, and we're going to be heading to where we do our stat attacks next. So if we go to event graph and head down to, where is it? Where did I put it? Here. So where our stat attack is, we need to fill in these four next functions. And so we'll start with the buff attack. We need to get our attacking team. We open up on attacking, get the current attacker, and we're going to break this. And we should only need to get our final stats. And we're going to break this as well. Okay. We'll be needing all of these for this functionality. Actually, the one thing we won't need is the maxes, thinking about it. We just need to get the normal ones. What we need as well is our selected move, and we need to break this. And from this, we need to get the stat up. The debuff list. And we're going to do a find. We're going to need a few of these. To be exact, we're going to need 8 of these. So copy and paste this until you have 8. And you can line them up just like this. Now, when we set our moves up, if we open them up quickly now and grab the data table for the moves, you'll probably remember we gave them all names. And those names were HP up, attack up, defense up, etc. We basically need to copy every one of these into this find, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for these values from our move setup. It doesn't matter so much the order, it just matters that you have every single one of them in here. So just copy and paste until everything's filled up. We will have to do this again in the next one. Okay, so we're looking for all of these, and what we're going to do is we're going to times by each one of them. So as an example, we're going to be doing this. So again, whatever way is quicker for you, that's 6, 7, 8. And we're going to plug in every one of these into this multiplier. It doesn't really matter which one it goes into for this, because it literally just needs to they just need to multiply by one another, so it really doesn't matter which one they go into, as long as they are correct, that the HP matches up with HP and the XP matches up with the XP, not XP, you know what I mean, attack and stuff. So we're just going to bring this up a little bit, because we need to grab this now and we need to set member of these final stats. And the ones we're going to be setting, you probably already guessed it, it's going to be all the non-maxes that are getting set. Plug in the buff attack stats into there, and each one of these just now needs to correspond with their partner. So just like this will work nicely. There we go. And the last thing we need to do is just set that current attacker. Oh, set the current attacker. There we go. And we want to set member for this one as well. And that set member is going to be the final stats. And the other thing we need to plug in is a current attacker. Oh gosh, plug in a current attacker here. So this is what you should have at the end. Make sure it's all connected up correctly and nothing's being missed. And this is how it should look at the end. Need to do the same thing for the defenders now. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to copy and paste a lot of this. And we'll just do a couple of minor changes. So if we bring this in here, get the defender health check there, and what we're going to do is just get our current defender variable and switch these around by dragging them on. And then the only thing that we should need to change now is our variables to down. And if you want to speed up the process, just copy and paste and highlight and copy and paste it down over the up. If you've set yours up like mine, it shouldn't be any different, but obviously if you've named yours differently, there's different naming conventions. You obviously can't copy me. You're going to have to go with whatever you've put in your stat up and down section of your data table. So for example, here you can see mine all say down. They should be named exactly the same now. So this will basically control whether you're increasing your own stats or decreasing the enemy stats. Once those two are done, we can go back to the event graph. So these next two variables here will basically fix a lot of the other stuff that we didn't touch because I knew they were coming up here. And all we need to do is get P attacking like so, do a Boolean check like so, plug that in, and we are going to need to get the two teams now. So get the player team and also get the enemy team. We're going to do a for each loop for both of these, like so. And then from there, we also need to get the current player index and the we should actually be able to get the attacking current defender. Nope. Sorry, attacker index. There we go. And the defender index. We don't need the defender index for this one, sorry. We can just use the attacking one. I'm getting all flustered. I'm so sorry. Plug those in. Doesn't matter which order because it's just an equal check. So you can plug them in any way you like. And we're just looking for that current enemy teammate. We can literally copy and paste this over and do the same thing in here. We're looking for the attacker for the player team. And once we've found that, we're going to re-get that player team. We're going to set array element. Once we found it, we can set array element, and using the array index, we can just plug that straight into there, and we want to get the current attacker and update that in there. If we copy and paste that down here, the only thing we'll need to change is the enemy team. Plug that in there, plug the array index in like so, and that should update your attacking Pokemon whenever you need to update it. For the enemy, it's exactly the same, near enough. It's just the only difference is we're swapping it out for the defending team. So we can literally copy and paste this. And a bit like we've done in the past, all we need to do is basically swap these around. Like so. So just drag them and drop them the other way. So if we are not attacking, we are obviously the defender. And if we, yeah, basically it's just swapping around. So the only one variable we need to change now is change the current attacker for the current defender. And that should now update the defending Pokemon information as well. we are flying ahead. The last couple of things we need to do now are the condition move. Wherever that's gone, where is it? It's over here, flying around the place. We're going to update the current move used, the condition moved used, sorry. Now this is a bit more of a chunky boy. We're going to need to get our defending team, and we are going to break his information. The only thing we need to know from this, if we untick everything, is the given name and the active status. And the first thing we're going to do is check to see if it is equal to none, because Pokemon can only ever get one status move. So we'll check to see if that is none. If it is false, it comes back false. It is equal to none, false. That means we already have a status condition. So if we head back to the event graph, we will want to grab these lovely three, and we're going to bring that down here so that we set them to visible. Gosh, why can't I move you? Set that to hidden, and oh my god, what's going on? And then we want to get the text, get text, or set the texture saving. That would be more useful. And we want to get a append, string append, plug that into here. We want to say Ringmon name, or Pokemon name. Oh gosh, Pokemon name is already has a condition. There we go, compile. And that will take care of the name variable, like that conversation we have with the player. And then we need to do another branch. And what this is this is going to basically be our condition chance. So for this, we need to take our selected move, get the selected move. We're going to break it. And the only things we need from this are hide all this. We need to know the condition chance and the condition. So for the condition chance, we're going to say, okay, we're going to get a random integer. I also think that this, random integer in range. Random integer in range. I also think it's good to have a a percentage chance of in between 1 and 100. So they have you can break it down. So there's like a 1 in 5 chance or whatever. Makes it a little bit easier. So we're going to say is this random integer equal to or less than our condition chance. So if we set this to 20, it's going to have a 1 in 5 chance of inflicting that condition. Or if you put 40%, that's a 2 in 5 chance, or, you get the idea. It's basically just fractions. Or you could set it to 10% chance, so there's a 1 in 10 chance of, like, for example, if you had freeze, you could have it as a 1 in 10 chance. If this comes back false, we don't want to do anything. We don't want it to we just want to carry on with the code as normal. But if it comes back true, we need to then set the defending, where is it? Current defender. Set member of the true. And we're going to get the active status, and we're essentially setting this as the active status. So we can just do that down there. And that will set it as, for example, burn or frozen or sleep, etc. Then we want to basically tell the players that they have that condition applied to them. So we're going to bring this one up and set it to visible. Oh, this one also needs to be visible, by the way. There we go. Obviously, if nothing happens, there's no condition involved, it will just move on. It won't do anything, because if you remember in Pokemon games, it doesn't tell you that you're burnt, or it doesn't tell you that you failed to burn someone. It just carries on with the game as normal. So from our text, we're going to set text like so. and then from there we're going to do a append, string append. You know how I love my string appends. We're going to do that, and we need 3 pins. So we're going to say get the defending team reference. We're going to break it. The only thing we want on here is the given name. We don't want the normal name. So plug that in as A. And then we're going to say has been afflicted with. And then all that's left to do is plug in the enum. There you go, enum to string. That works. And just to keep things a little bit more tidy, I'm just going to do it that way. And that should tell them that they've been afflicted. And from there, we can just do an update defending Ringmon or Pokemon and plug that in. So that will update the this active status. So that should be dealing with conditions, and we have one more thing I believe we need to set up, which is do a health check. So after all this has been said and done, we just need to check its health to see if it's still alive. I've set this up in the wrong function. Okay, so this was actually supposed to go into, let's have a look at this now. I thought I double clicked on it. I have the wrong function in here. That's why. That makes a lot of sense. So don't do what I did. We need to get a... Where's the debuff? There you go. Debuff defender stats. If you noticed that while watching the video, bravo. Luckily, we can just copy and paste and fix that straight away. So that's debuffing the defender stats. So now we need to go into the defender health check. We can delete all of this out because we don't need it currently. So that's good. We just need to get the defending team. Where is it? Current defender. Break. And remove all of that. Do the final, set final stats. Break that. We can hide all those pins and just keep the HP. And we just want to check to see if this is less than 0.5. Because sometimes you have a remainder, but if you have less than 1, you don't typically want to keep the Pokemon alive. It should, in theory, be dead. So 0.5 is less than half. I think that's a fair way to say it is passed on. So we'll get the variables. We're going to get a new... Oh, gosh. We're going to get a new variable. Actually, we already have it created here. It's the get Pokemon is Pokemon dead. And all we need to do is say, if this is less than 0.5, it is dead. If it's not, then it's not dead. We can delete this variable, that new Boolean. And that is as simple as the health check goes. Once we've done that, we can go to the event graph. We'll remove that, because that's a pesky thing we don't want. And we can come back up to here to say, okay, defender is dead. Update the defending Pokemon. Check to see if it's dead. If it is dead, we will basically run a set of Booleans we'll deal with down the line. If it's not, we check to see if the player was first or not. If the player was first, it's the enemy's turn. If it's not, then it's the end. We end the turn, or it's the player's turn, depending on that outcome. And that should be attacking completed. Now, we can't fully check this yet because we still need to cover ending the turn. But we might just be able to do a move and see if it's working. I didn't call him Dave. I feel ashamed of myself. We're going to enter a battle and see what happens. Okay, so we've got a Charmander, we've got a Bulbasaur. We're going to do a tackle. We're going to do a tackle attack. Let's see what's going on here. We need to open up the widget. move slots. That should be set to hidden. First off, that should be set to hidden. So we know that's activating. And then in our battle proxy, we have an event tick. Oh, is encounter true? We just set it to attacking. So what we actually need to do is for now we will just set it. We'll just set the move index. We'll randomize this in probably one of the next episodes, but we'll just set it to 0 for now so it does a move. Because I think what's happening there is it doesn't know to pick a move. So that fixed that. Oh, sorry. We would help if we got the that was such a rookie mistake. So we get the attacking custom event. There we go. And we need to plug that in for both of these. And what we need to do is just plug in those team variables. So the player, on the player one, we're going to plug in this as the attacking and the enemy in there and the current enemy index. Neaten it up as you like, but it's not going to matter too much. Then down here, we just basically need to swap those over. So enemy goes into the attacking, and the player goes into the current enemy attacking as well. So it should look something like this when you're done. I can't believe I forgot to do that. No wonder it wasn't actually attacking. Grab a Pokemon. Now again, we will only ever be able to do one move. It won't allow us to do multiple because we haven't coded the end of the turn, which will probably be what we do in the next episode. Let's tackle. Used none. Interesting. And it gets stuck. So what's not happening now? That sets the P move index. Ah, I understand what's going wrong now as well. So we also need to set one other variable on the front of this, and that is going to be our wherever it is. P attacking. So this one should always go to false. And this one up here, if I make it look a little bit neater, should always go to true. And the reason for this is basically this will govern without having to call the third person character every time whether it's the host or not. So if you come down here, we used this before, P attacking. If it's true, it sets it to the party cam. If it's false, it sets it to the enemy cam. Well, it automatically always goes to the enemy at this moment because it doesn't know who to switch to. So, for example, if we went first, it would send it to the enemy camera. And if this is false, it will send it to the E chosen attack. And that could also be wrong. So it's basically just messing everything up. Ah. So I also realized that it wasn't even setting the information because there was no loop body. I didn't actually hook this up in one of the previous episodes. So if you didn't hook that up in your attacker / defender, that could also be breaking it. I wish I could just do like 3-hour videos. It would just make my life way easier. Otherwise, sadly, it would take forever to bloody compile. Okay, so a tackle. Bulbasaur use tackle. A attack missed. Sods law that we get it working and then it does that. An attack missed. Okay, fine. And then we can't do anything again. Let's just run that one more time just to see actually some damage being taken. Otherwise, it could mean there is an issue with our accuracy code if it never hits a move. But as long as we see some damage take place, we know it's fine. That just could have been very unlucky. Okay, Charmander Bulbasaur again. Attack, tackle. Charmander use scratch. Attack missed. Bulbasaur use tackle. Attack missed. Phenomenal. I wonder if that's because move accuracy with power is fine. Scratch has got 100% move accuracy. So how did that miss? Special, that's fine. Tail whips go back. That's fine. The other ones aren't set up, but scratch and tackle is. So back in the battle proxy, and then we go to the event. Oh, did the move hit? True. That should be the other way around, right? Okay, so we. Oh my god, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Make sure that if it's true, it actually goes into the attack, not into the as if it missed. Oh my god. Right. Okay, and let's see. Attack, tackle. Charmander use scratch. Bulbasaur use tackle. So we went down the attack route. Let's just double check that these have max move hit 1, max move hit 1. That's fine. And so they're gonna hit once. Move power is definitely set as well, right? 40, yep. 40, yep, so that's fine. Then we go into the is it equal to 0? If it's true, the stat attack. If it's false, it does multi-hit. We go into the multi-hit, we check the P attacking, it changes the camera, which we did see in fairness, so that does work. Then we get to the attacking move. Update defending Ringmon. It's normal. And I guess the only other thing I can think of that could be wrong is on here. If we go on here, we haven't got a normal. Okay, so don't forget to set these up as well. And what we're doing is fire. So if these aren't set up, it won't find them. And then what's happening is that row's coming back as false. That's the problem. Bug, and then we'll just do normal and just make sure these are all defaulted. And on these as well, make sure you've got them set up so that it will find something. I haven't set all mine up. You will need to set all yours up to use different moves. So make sure your typing multiplayer is set up. Otherwise, it will come back row not found, and as a result, you'll get a bug like this where it won't do any damage. So make sure you do that as well. Don't do what I do and mess it up. All right, try and tackle now. Both use tackle. Damage is being done. Huzzah. Squirtle use tackle. And voila, damage is being done. So yeah, that was the main issue there, was the data table. The multiplier data table was not updating correctly. Now that we can do damage, what we need to do next is end the turn and do other checks like items, capturing if a Ringmon's dead, giving XP. Those are all like the next big things we've got to be going through. And of course, I know you guys are waiting for me to do the follower Ringmon as well, or Pokemon as well. So keep an eye out for those. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. It was a bit long-winded. There was a few bugs there to work out at the end, but we got it working. Hopefully you've got it working too. And if you haven't, give me a shout in the Discord, and I'll help you out. No problem. But thank you so much, guys. Take care. Much love. Bye.